Yo, what's up guys, it's Pogs here back with another video, and today we are doing combos with the hero list. So for this video I'm going to be teaching you what certain hands can do and what you should do against certain decks next format, so Sprite and tournaments. So I hope you all enjoy this and we'll get into it. So I'll be using the same list as I had shown yesterday. Look, with my list, normally what I do is I'll pole shuffle it. So because it's a 40 card list, I'll do it in a batch of 8. Then I won't just go like this and then around and I'll do it randomly. Then I got a random deck order instead of it sometimes being set, so I'll draw like 3 Ash or 3 Stratos instead of just drawing a good opening hand. So I'll pause the video to shuffle, then I'll unpause and you'll see my deck here and my extra deck there still. So then guys, here we are with the shuffled deck, and now we'll do a test hand, and I will teach you how you can either get Plasma or Dark Angel on board. It's got Triple Tactics Talent, Destiny Hero Plasma, a Hero Lives, Super Poly. What? So then with this hand, the Vion, a Hero Lives and Triple Tactics, there's a lot you could do here. So personally, to begin with, I would use a Hero Lives to try and bait out your opponent's Ash. Even though it still costs you 4,000 life points, you enable more plays with like your Vion. So you can normal summon it and send something like Shadow Mist. Or even if it does get ashed, you still have your Triple Tactics in hand. So then you can go Triple Tactics to draw 2. So with a Hero Lives, if it resolves, because you have to summon an elemental hero with it, I would special summon the Stratos, sending the Hero Lives graveyard, and then activate a Stratos effect to search the Vision Hero Faris. Because with Faris, it's just a free special summon if you discard a hero monster. So next what I'll do is I'll special summon Faris by sending Vion for cost. Look, typically what you would want to do is send something like Shadow Mist, because then you get a search as well as your Faris to put in increase in the spell and trap zone. But if you don't manage to have Shadow Mist in that, then sending something just as good is a good option. So next, you will put your Vision Hero increase in the spell and trap zone. Your opponent can't negate that with Ash Blossom, because Ash only declares adding from deck to hand, specialing from deck, or sending from deck to graveyard. So if you send Shadow Mist, you usually would go Chain Link 1 Shadow Mist, Chain Link 2 Faris, because then you've chain blocked your Shadow Mist, so you still get your search for something like Plasma or Liquid Soldier, and you still get your increase. So next, what I would do is I would tribute Faris to special summon the increase from my spell and trap zone. Then I'll activate the increase effect to special summon from deck the Vision Hero Vion, which then on summon you would use its effect to send a hero from deck to graveyard. So because of the board I have at the moment, I would send Destiny Hero Malicious, because you can use Malicious to revive itself. So next, I would activate Vion's effect, banishing the second Vion in the graveyard to search to hand the Polymerization, because this will enable you to put DPE on your board. Fortunately, with the hand that we got, we can't do Dark Angel with DPE, because now what we have to do is we have to use the 2 monsters, Stratos and Vion, what I would use, but sometimes you could use increase. Personally, I think it depends on better defense or what your hand does to make the extra hero Cross Crusader, which then on summon you'll activate its effect to revive your Destiny Hero Malicious from graveyard. Then next, what I would do is I'd use Cross Crusader's effect, tributing Malicious to search a hero from deck to hand. The hero I'd search is Destiny Hero Denier, because now it enables plays for DPE. Next, with the Destiny Hero Malicious, I'd banish it to summon a Destiny Hero Malicious from deck, which means you now have the 2 Destiny Heroes on board that you need. So you can activate your Polymerization, fusing off Malicious and Denying in hand to summon out Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, which I would do in attack position personally. Next, what I would do is with the Denier in graveyard, because I control a Destiny Hero or I have a Destiny Hero in graveyard, I would revive itself with its own effect, which states, if I have a Destiny Hero on my field or in my graveyard other than Destiny Hero Denier, I could special summon it from my graveyard, but it's only once per duel, so I'd do that. But I wouldn't activate its effect to put the Malicious on the top of the deck, because that would then be a brick. Unlike if you put something useful on top, and unlike putting it on top and then using Cross Crusader to search, but you cannot in this situation just because Crusader's Tribute Search is a once per turn. So next, because we have the Plasma in hand, what I would do is I would tribute the Cross Crusader, the Denier, and the Increase to special summon my Plasma, which is now theoretically a Skull Drain on board, which my opponent might not like. Then to finish it, I would set the Super Poly, leave the Triple Tactics in hand and pass. Because now, if my opponent's on something like Sprite or a Dark Monster heavy deck, I could go Garora, Wings of Resonant Life. My opponent summons something like the Sprite Elf and another Sprite, or if my opponent's on Branded Despia, I could go Starving Venom, enabling me to wipe some of their board at the very minimum. So I'm going to do another test stand now to show you how to perform the Dark Angel lock if the correct hand is drawn. Because like I said in the last video, Fusion Destiny is just a 1-card combo for this deck, because it enables you to summon out DPA and have 2 Destiny Heroes engraved to then just continue plays with. So you'll see me with a freshly shuffled deck in just a minute. So there we go, I've just shuffled my deck, and now I'm going to do the 5 starting cards then. So we've got Stratos, such a good starter. We've got Ash, which can be good for next turn. We've got Fusion Destiny, which is just a 1-card combo for this deck. We've got Mask Change, which is so good because you can just get Dark Claw out on board. And we've got Malicious, which we don't really want to see in the opening hand because it can be a brick sometimes. But to begin with, I'd go normal summon Stratos, and activate Stratos' effect to search. If that goes through, what I would do is I would search Vision Hero Faris. Next, what I would do is I would activate the Faris, discarding Malia's cost to special summon itself and then in place my Vision Hero increase in the spell and trap zone. Well, personally, you could have took this a different route and you could have just done Fusion Destiny to summon at DPA and continue, but I'm trying to play around the Ash with Fusion Destiny, because if I activate Fusion Destiny, my opponent might just go Ash, because they might assume that I have no other players. But if I go Stratos and Stratos search, if the Ash that, then I still have the Fusion Destiny to play. So next, using my increase, I would tribute my Faris to special summon it, and then I would special summon the Vision Hero Vion to then send Shadow Mist to Graveyard and activate Shadow Mist's effect, allowing me to search a monster. So personally, I think I would search something like the Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, because it can just be used nicely for the deck. Personally though, I think I've just gone wrong here because I've discarded my Malicious, and I could have went with a more effective route for this. But I misplayed, so it's one of those at the end of the day. So next what I'd do is I'd go Link 2 for Extra Hero Cross Crusader to then revive the Destiny Hero Malicious out of my graveyard. Then I'd use it to tribute the Malicious to add Destiny Hero Dark Angel to hand. Next what I would do is activate Fusion Destiny, meaning now we have to send the second Malicious, which you don't normally want to do, and the Denier. So then you can summon out Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Personally, I've realised now that I've done this wrong, because I've now got both Malicious in graveyard, which we do not want, because we either want one in the graveyard and one in banished, or we want one in the graveyard and one in the main deck. So what I'll do is summon Destroy Phoenix Enforcer in defense position. So my next line of play would be DPE to pop itself and Cross Crusader. So then I don't have an attack position monster on board for Dark Angel to crush itself with. Then I activate DPE's effect to revive itself from the next standby. Next I activate Dark Angel's effect, because I have 3 or more Destiny Heroes in graveyard. I could send Dark Angel to graveyard and choose one of the Destiny Heroes and special summon it to my opponent's board. What I'll do is I'd special summon the Dark Angel to my opponent's board, because what it does, it negates all their spells and then destroys them, which can just stop stuff like Mystic Mine or Branded Fusion while it's under Branded Lost. So I'll put that as my opponent's board. So I'd summon it in my opponent's board. And then in the end phase, I would set Mask Change and pass, because now I have Ash Blossom in hand, I have Liquid Soldier, which I should have made at absolute 0 with by searching Poly with Vion. And then what I should have done is I should have made DPA, which I already have, and I've put Dark Angel on my opponent's board. So now in my opponent's turn, I'll revive DPA, and then when the activated card, if they rely on the graveyard, but either way, I'll go Mask Change, sending increase for Destiny Hero Dark Law. So now when they search, I get to banish 1 random card from the hand, like a soft once per turn. But it's also a macro Cosmos, so anything sent to their graveyard is banished instead. So I'll do one more test stand, and then I'll end this video there, because like I said, there's several hands and some people could just think of bricks, while others might just figure out how to combo with them to get something like DPA out at least, instead of just DPA Dark Angel. Then sort of like Plasma, which you could just put on board instead. Personally, if I know my opponent's playing a spell heavy deck, I will prioritise on getting out Dark Angel on their board. But if I'm not playing a monster heavy deck, a monster effect heavy deck, such as Troy Brigade, I would summon onto my board Plasma, meaning that they don't get the monster effects. So sometimes Dark Angel or Plasma with DPE could just stop all your opponent's plays right then and there, compared to some other decks which they put negates up on board and they could just bait out all the negates, like I did in my previous Marine Cess versus Branded Tier Limits video. Because if you look at the third game, I baited out all my opponent's negates and then used my Branded Fusion. So cut the deck in half, and for the last stand we have Super Poly. Good going second card and good going first if you set it. Second Super Poly, not looking promising. We've got the Shadow Mist, the Hero Lives, and the Vion. So not an optimal hand, but it'll have to do in my opinion. So to begin with, I'll activate the Hero Lives, paying half my life points, so I'm now on 4,000, to summon out the Elemental Hero Stratos. Then on Stratos summon, I'll search myself the Vision Hero Faris. It's the name. I have plays in hand. So next what I'll do is go Special Summon Vision Hero Faris by discarding the Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. And then go Chain Link 1 Shadow Mist, Chain Link 2 Faris, meaning now Shadow Mist's search is now chain blocked, so my opponent cannot negate it if they really want to. So if Faris, I will put in the Spell and Trap Zone the Vision Hero Increase, and then with Shadow Mist, I personally, because I don't have an easier way to get it into my hand, I'll put Destiny Hero Denier in hand. Next, I'll choose Increase, tributing Faris to special summon itself, to special summon from deck the Vision Hero Vion, and then with Vision Hero Vion, I would send from deck to graveyard the Destiny Hero Malicious. Because now I have Malicious in graveyard, I'll be able to banish it to special summon another one from deck, and I'll be able to use Vion to search a poly. So next line of play, what I'll do is I'd use Vion's effect, banishing the Shadow Mist to search from deck to hand one of the polymerizations, which now enables the DPE combos. So next what I'll do is I'll banish Destiny Hero Malicious by its own effect to then add Malicious to hand. Next line of play, what you would do is you'd use Polymerization, sending Denier and Malicious, obviously, for the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. And now you have Malicious in your banished and graveyard, like I said in the last test stand, you'd like your Malicious to be, instead of both in graveyard. So next what I would do is I'd go Link 2. Personally I'd keep the Stratos on board because your Elemental Hero Super Poly targets, such as Escarado, the Shining, Great Tornado, all require an Elemental Hero monster, and sometimes I'll have Super Poly set, but I don't have the Elemental Hero on board. So that could just ultimately stop the play. So next, sending Vion and Increase to go Link 2 into Cross Crusader. Then on Cross Crusader's summon, I'll activate it to revive Denier. And then because Denier has been special summoned, I'll activate Denier's effect. Because it's been special summoned, I can target a... Is it target? Nope. I can take a Destiny Hero monster from my banished, my graveyard, or my deck and put it on the top of the deck. So what you do is you target the banished malicious, you'd put it back to the top of your deck. So now you have another malicious in deck. So what I'd like to call is the third malicious, without the third malicious being unbanned. So next what you do is you activate Cross Crusaders effect, tributing your denying now to search from deck to your hand either Plasma, which I wouldn't do in this situation, or Dark Angel, which I would because I know now I can get Dark Angel on my opponent's board. So I'd use DP's effect, tributing itself, we're popping itself in Cross Crusader, so I don't have any face-up attack monsters on board that I can't use Super Poly with. I could put DP as the third Destiny Hero in Graveyard as well. So now I would activate Dark Angel's effect. So now I have 3 Destiny Heroes in Graveyard. I can send it to the graveyard and then revive a Destiny Hero to my opponent's board. So obviously in this situation that would be Dark Angel as mentioned before. So next, what I would do is I'd set a Super Poly, then I'd pass to my opponent. In my opponent's standby, I revive the DPA, which for this line of play makes my opponents lose 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200 attack, which personally I quite like. But look, with my old OTK heroes, I could make my opponent's monsters just be on 0 attack, meaning that they can't even attack over me or anything. Then what I'd do is just use Malicious Bane to just pop their whole board and attack through game. So then in main phase, the normal something, I'd go Super Poly and go into either my Absolute Zero, my Escarado, my The Shining, or my Great Tornado. But if it's something like Sprite with fire, and because you don't have the fire Super Poly target, I'd wait for them to search. I'd wait for them to summon a second Sprite, and I'd summon the Aurora. So then they don't have any level 2s on board anymore. So guys, that's going to be it for this hero combo video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, as it motivates me to do more live content like this. So just deck profiles or duels, which I should have coming up soon. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. So see ya.